I also got to share the screen too.
Oh no, not yet.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right, here we go. All right, guys, welcome back to with M&T
Yeah,
Entertainment. We're back at you with another movie review.
yeah, we're doing live this time.
We did live last
Yeah.
time. One movie we're reviewing.
Today we're doing 28 years later.
28 years later, I believe it just
Uh,
came out today,
yeah,
and we just got back from the movies, and we're gonna share our thoughts. First, we're gonna do the
yeah. No
non-spoiler
spoilers for the
review,
first part.
and then after that, we're gonna do some spoilers.
Now all spoilers.
All spoilers, I
Yeah,
guess. After
all
that,
spoilers. Hey, I'm ready to
so
go.
after we do the first one, you're invited to just click off after this. Make sure, because after we talk about the movie, you're gonna know whether you want to watch this movie or
Yeah,
not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started.
yeah. But I mean, like, what you think? Was it good?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it a lot. I think it was like close to all the other ones, or just
Yes, I think
to,
so too.
you think it was as good? Like, if you had to rate them between the three.
You know what? I was thinking about this as
Yeah,
I was watching it because I was trying to look at the differences, and you can
yeah,
tell, like in the first one, how the zombies were
mhm.
more like they were slower too. They weren't slow, but they won as seemed like they gotten faster every time or smarter every movie
Oh,
with every movie.
yeah, they got real smart.
Yeah, especially like in
Well,
this last one.
well, it makes sense because you look at the time span.
Yeah.
They had a month and then had years or or no.
What the fuck our first one?
Oh my bad. They had 1 month the first time, and
Okay, because
that's when they
how
had a
they
single month.
explain it in these movies, like the 28 years later, far as 28, the first one 28 days later,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So the 28 days came from when it was 28 days later. Was it that after, after at the end of the movie, on 28 days later, they said 28 days later, and then what was going on 28 days later?
yeah.
I think that's what they did.
Man, I don't remember.
And then in 28 weeks later,
Yeah.
they it
So,
wa- it was like
so it wasn't even a whole year. It didn't even pass a whole year, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
technically,
28 weeks is half like
yeah,
6 months or
close to half
something.
a year.
Yeah,
So you didn't get to see what really was gonna happen with the virus and shit.
right. And then
Okay.
how they left off on 28 days is at the end is when what they
That dude find out that there were still people alive. Yeah,
yes,
because he thought it was the end of the world.
yes.
And then in 28 weeks,
And the military was mainly in control of everything. They was with the
yeah.
military.
But there was a weird scene though. So
This is
at the end
before we're
of,
gonna get to
yeah,
28
yeah,
years later.
we'll
We're
get
we're
to it.
building up to it.
Yeah. So, but there was a weird thing because 28 weeks later, at the end of it, it looked like it had spread out to the world because there were like zombies in Paris. But I wonder if that was part of an outbreak, but they cut it because this is where we get to 28 years later. In the beginning of the movie, they do an explanation. It's being contained to Britain, right? So
Britain.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I was trying to figure out, okay, so does that mean because France does get play in this one because there's some soldiers in it. We'll get into it,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, so there, it's pretty much isolated in Britain, and then
Yes.
it's been the span of 20 years
Yes.
later and stuff,
So
and then from there, well, we like,
okay, but on 28 years later, okay,
oh, okay, so here, let me do the synopsis for this stuff.
okay,
So 20 years later, it says a group of survivors of the rage virus live on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission to the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected but other survivors. So, and like the dude that leaves is the little kid, right?
right,
So I think the kid and the dad were kind of the main characters.
yes,
Right.
okay. So I want to go to so 28 years later, we got they have like this part, like the part of where all the monsters are,
Yeah.
like in the mainland, they call it the mainland, is where all the monsters are, and apparently they have like this separate island
Yeah,
where they are, and they're gated off, which
yeah,
is
it's pretty
nicely put.
cool
Yeah,
because I don't know if it's a real island. It might be,
yeah.
but like because there's a little walking path that connects that small island to the
Yes, but I
mainland.
like how they did that because
Uh,
this little walkway leads to the mainland,
yeah,
but it covers it uncovers itself when it's at down when in the
it's low
ocean.
tide.
Yeah, when the low
Low
tide
tide.
is going, so you can see
Uh,
it. So
uh,
you have to get if you're gonna go over there, you got to get back within what? How long? I think he said like 4 hours or something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that, or at least before dark, before
Uh,
the high tides come, then the path disappears.
uh, but I mean that's kind of specifics and shit.
Yeah.
Did you? I don't know if y'all have seen the trailer or not, but do you remember the trailer?
I didn't.
No, because I don't.
The
I
trailer I
don't.
remember from, I remember it shows like out like we see I have on the screen all these bones and stuff. I remember them
Yeah,
showing that.
but I don't remember the trailer well enough because I watched the trailer, but I don't think it showed enough to spoil it. But then again, I only watched the one trailer.
Yeah, me
I
too.
didn't watch any more after that, so I don't recommend you watch a lot of trailers if you're gonna go check this out because it'll probably spoil it. So,
Mm.
which we'll be spoiling it here in a minute. So.
But anyway,
Yeah,
okay, so you got the kid and his dad.
yeah, they go on an adventure.
Yeah, you go on an adventure.
Oh
We gonna
yeah.
have some names. I want to pull up names.
Oh, you gotta get 'em.
Huh?
You gotta get it from IMDb.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, because there's a bit of a part. No, that would be starting at that would give too. I'll say it in a minute.
Okay, go to his name down there.
What is the
The
kid's name?
cast.
The
Yeah.
Jody was the mom. No, Isla was the mom. Jamie or something.
What's the
Damn.
kid's name?
Oh, Spike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Spike.
Spike.
Yeah, I remember. Okay,
Yeah.
Spike. Okay, so
Uh,
and his dad name.
I think it's Jamie.
Okay, so you got Jamie is taking. This is not really spoiler, but
Yeah.
he's taking his son. Like his son is supposed to be of age to him to
Yeah.
start his becoming a man. I guess being able to hunt down these
Yeah. Go on
zombies,
the first hunt. And
go on
stuff.
his first hunt.
Uh,
And his mom got pissed at first when he told her that he was
uh,
taking him over there to do that, cause he was they had they bow and arrows and stuff like they about to go
uh,
do some stuff. So he does that. They get over there, and of course, a lot of stuff happened while they over there.
zombie stuff.
A lot of zombie stuff. We're not gonna get into all exactly what happened. How you think about this kid? What do you think?
Okay. So he did pretty well because he turns out
Spike.
to be a Spike. He does turn into the main character, right?
Yes. Cause it
And
started
then
out with just him and his dad,
yeah,
right?
start with, and I thought it was gonna go that whole direction for a
Yes.
minute, but no, it ended up being with just the kid, and then the kid kind of continued the movie. So he did a pretty good job.
Hmm.
I forgot it was a kid and stuff. So I
And
mean, he met like a couple other characters along the way. It helped his ass out, you know. And then there was one big character that he met. Well, it was a huge character that he met.
yes,
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
a lot of
a
huge
huge
characters.
ass one.
And
A
per
lot
this
of swinging action going on, you know.
anyway, this this
Yeah,
movie is apparently is directed by the same people that directed the other one. You got Danny Boyle
yeah,
and writer Alex Garland,
yeah,
as you can see on our screens here.
yeah.
Um, I like. I mean, how the movie the setup, like far as like the how it looks. Like at some parts it was good quality filming.
Oh,
At
okay,
other
yeah, yeah.
times it just seemed not so much.
So apparently this shit was shot on a fucking iPhone.
That's
Was
what
it
we
shot on the
heard.
iPhone 1 or something?
Yeah, not iPhone one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But so like you could tell too, like some parts
So
of it.
we shooting this live stream on my iPhone 6. All
No,
right.
he's not. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, it just some parts of the movie is like, yeah, I can tell that's you can
It
tell.
was weird. There
Very
was some
weird. Yes.
shots that were. I didn't think I was gonna tell. That part I wish I didn't. I didn't know about it. Like I fucked up. And I kind of learned on it. So then my ass started looking for, okay, what footage is iPhone? at the beginning. I
Yeah.
was looking for it. I was like, okay, there's iPhone shit, but and so that kind of fucked it up at the beginning of the movie.
Hmm.
But then like once the action and shit started,
Okay.
right? Well, there are some slow parts to the shit. It's not all action.
Yeah.
There was a minute to where I, it was, I think after the kid and his dad got back, there was a that span got real slow.
Yeah, but they,
I felt kind
yeah.
of looking at my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, I'm about to pull out my phone, but
Yeah, I
I didn't want to be
mean,
rude
yeah,
and
when they
shit.
got back, cause and LeBoy saw some stuff,
Yeah,
and when they got back,
uh,
um,
it did got slow,
he
and
got a
then
little slow,
yeah, and then
but it picked right back up. Like soon, like after that, I think after that part though, I think it started getting more quicker after that,
oh
all the way to the rest of
okay,
the way.
yeah, all right. What you think? A lot of people said this movie is sad as fuck. Uh,
Sad.
there was
Only,
sad
only sad.
moments,
Yeah.
but
Overall, I don't think it's sad. I think it is
uh,
a sad moment in the movie.
yeah,
Yes. But other than that, it's just. I mean, I don't even look at this. I don't know. People will probably think this movie is scary, but to me, it take a lot to
no,
scare it. I
no,
don't
it's
look at this as a
scary.
scary movie. It just it's 28 years later. I don't. Well, how would
Yeah,
you kind of?
parts of it felt like The Last of Us, man.
That's what I thought
Yeah,
about the first time when him and
yeah,
his son
yeah.
first went over to the mainland. I was thinking Last of
So
Us.
if you like the game The Last of Us, go watch this shit because it was like The Last of Us.
That's
Fuck,
exactly
they
what.
did it
Yeah.
better. Don't waste your time on that fucking HBO show. Go watch this instead because this shit was good, like a good Last of Us.
Yeah.
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 See,
I
this
like
would have
that
been
part.
a good The Last of Us side quest or some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Especially
yeah.
when you got the zombies coming at them and stuff.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh man, make us big, but yeah, I mean,
Man, what? Oh.
uh, no, but yeah, that's how it felt like, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I
Yeah.
mean, I was going when they first got there. I'm like, okay, this. Yeah, I was thinking this in my head. Okay, this kind of remind me of Last of
Yeah,
Us.
big time. And that oh well, when we get into it, there is some big shit that happens. I'm like, damn,
Yeah, and you're
hold
gonna
up.
meet. You got the
We got different zombie types.
different zombie
Zombie
types,
types.
and you got like I know you got different people that's you're gonna meet. You're
Hmm.
gonna meet. It's gonna be different people that you're gonna meet over there at the mainland.
Yeah.
I thought the mainland was just closed off, and all it was zombies over there. But apparently, it's other things that's happening over there too.
He didn't even get that far. He didn't even get
Yeah,
the he called it the mainline, but that's like the outskirts of I guess some UK shit, right? Because
yeah,
he didn't even go into like the high rise skyscrapers and none of that shit. You
right. He
know,
didn't.
I
I
want to know
mean,
where that shit
I don't
goes.
think. Yeah, maybe they'll be in the
You know
next
how it
one.
was in the first one?
Yes,
Yeah. I wonder how. What does that
they
look
were
like?
more in the city then.
Yeah. But do you think he'll make it that far? Or how far does it go to be like that? You know?
I don't know, man. Yeah, cause
I was
you know,
wondering about
Chuck, a
that
lot
shit.
of that stuff. Cause they was in the house at one point, and it was old. He even said
Oh,
himself it was old.
that house shit. It reminded me more of the second film.
Ah,
Yeah, when I were in the
yeah,
little village and shit, it
yes.
reminded me of
And
that.
to me, the second film also reminds me when they had
Yeah,
the military. 'Cause the military is a big part of the second film.
yeah,
So, but overall, we think this movie was pretty good.
yeah. You recommend people go watch
I
it?
do recommend you if you like, especially if you've seen the first two, and first they supposed to be connected somehow.
Oh no, they're all connected.
They're all connected. He
Somebody said
knows.
they weren't, but no, they're connected. A little. I know, like I know the shots that I saw. We'll talk about it here in a
Okay.
minute, but
So, but yeah, go ahead and definitely go out and see
yeah,
this movie.
it's
You're
good
not
shit.
going. It's worth going to go see it at the movies.
There haven't been any zombie movies in a while, right?
Not really,
Uh,
but yeah, this is pretty good. So I really like it. What do you think? What would you rate it?
oh, hold on. Out of how many zombies we talk?
Out of five. How
Out of
many?
5 zombies? All right, I say. There's a part that kind of disappointed me big time. So
I mean, we do have some different. I do have some parts in here that's
for now, I'll give it a 3.
yeah.
A
It was
3 out
some
of 5,
parts.
but
Yeah,
that's still good. Like,
3 out of 5.
yeah, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, because there was some parts in the movie that parts didn't make sense to me,
That
but
pissed me
it was
off,
like more
and
Nick.
then the end really
Yeah,
pissed
he
me
didn't
off.
like the end.
That's why I'm bringing it down. I would give it 4. Oh, I would say this is a good 4
I'll
out of
give it
5.
a.
But I'm
I
like,
mean, the
no,
end
this
was. I didn't really sweat the end like that,
I did. Fuck
but
that shit. That was
but I give it a 4 out of 5 because only
yeah,
reason I give it a 4 because it was some parts in that just nitpicking for
yeah,
me. Some parts that I didn't like on there that didn't make sense to me in the
Oh,
movie.
we got 5 folks watching.
So, but yeah, oh, not 5 anymore.
Oh.
But okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we thought about it. Probably
Yeah.
because we already said what we thought about
Oh, okay.
it. Okay, so people who if you want to stick around,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk.
We talking mass spoilers. This is the good
We're
part right
talking
here.
spoilers now. This is if it's spoilers is not your thing,
Yeah.
you can click off and.
But if you want to know what's about to happen,
Okay, we
I'm
about to
gonna
get.
ruin the shit at this movie right here. This okay. This is what I'm.
All right, let's get into it.
All right. So yeah, no, this shit was good. All right. Don't get me wrong. This was good shit. No, all right. So I'll start with the intro. How this one starts off, like I said, it starts off with that shit where they start talking about how it's just connected to the mainland, the to UK or Britain, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then it didn't go outside of that, which was kind of weird because I thought it did had gone outside, but
Mm-hmm.
so okay. My thought process in that shit was it might have spread outside, but they ended up stopping it and containing it
Yes.
to Britain. Why? Because there were French forces. Remember when the kid and the dad were out, they saw like a boat on the ocean, and
Okay,
he's
but
like,
first off, too, forget with that. Remember, it starts out with the little kid.
yeah. So the little kid,
This boy named Jimmy.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Jimmy and his friends was watching TV,
Yes,
and then they all
Jimmy.
got fucked.
Yeah, they all. This is in the part. This was actually in the trailer with a bunch of kids in the room and watching some cartoon, whatever you got. I forgot the name of those cartoons, but they was watching that, and of course, chaos breaks out in the house. But we don't see this because we're in there with the kids. They have the camera in there to get the kids, and then the young boy, name is Jimmy.
Yeah.
He after his mom told him to just stay put. Nobody ever stay put when you tell them to stay put. So he gets up anyway and goes checking it out. Then he sees everything going to shit in there. Everything, everybody's getting killed.
I'm guessing one of the other survivor guys, he got fucked or he got bit, and then he runs up in the house, or he runs in the room, and he just fucking destroys those fucking kids.
Yes.
Except the boy runs out and shit. They kind of showed some of it. Which I don't know. I guess it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, they showed it. He got to see a lot of it.
This movie is gruesome as
yes,
fuck.
It is very gruesome.
Holy
very
shit,
gruesome.
There's some fatalities and shit going on.
Yeah. Okay, so driving past that, the kid witnessed all this. He eventually gets away.
Yeah,
he's able to get away from it.
Yeah, he runs to his dad, which is a church.
Yeah, his dad is the priest.
Yeah, his dad is praying and stuff. That what the hell was up with that dude?
I don't know.
He's so like the day
he was.
Come,
I think he was some.
Like,
it was
ready
something
to
with him.
sacrifice himself.
Yeah, he gave his son the cross, a gold cross chain.
Yeah.
That's gonna come back later.
Yeah.
He gave him a gold cross chain and told him to run, and then all the monsters come in there and they pretty much tear him to shreds.
Yeah, it tears us apart.
Yeah, and then the boy is able to hide somewhere, and then after wait till everything is over with.
Yeah.
So after that they kind of get away from that because we never seen what happened to the boy.
Yeah.
His name is Jimmy, by the way.
Yeah.
And then we go
to the island.
Yes. Then we go to what's the new kid name?
Spike
and his dad.
So like you say, so it's his first time going out. He's kind of young though. Wasn't he like 12
years old,
which was too young. They even warned him. They're like, "You sure he's all right?"
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna go on his first hunt to the mainland and shit. So they go out in the forest, and what he does is his dad takes him to, I guess, to shoot. I don't know what the hell they call him. I'll call him a crawler because most of the time they're around crawling looking for worms and shit.
Yeah, right? These some big ass
big old bloater looking
bloaters. Yeah, they like in Last of Us. There's some big ones. Basically some big folks that got turned and all they able to do it. They can't walk. All they can do is crawl.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
was one of the Mr. Spikes.
Yeah, that was his first kill. Was
Yes.
like this big fat dude that he took out and shit. Oh, and everybody's naked. At least those zombies are.
Yes. Yeah. What's up with that though? That was weird.
No, it makes sense because after 28 years, all your
Uh,
clothes is gonna rot off. Right?
yeah. I guess
You're
that
a
makes
corpse and
sense.
shit.
Okay.
Uh,
So the boy makes his first kill,
yeah.
but when other zombies come,
Oh,
he is like he gets really scared, and his aim is not as good as it is when he's scared.
yeah. They played that off very well because then it looked like his dad was about to get uh attacked from the back and shit while he
Mhm.
was like showing his kid, but no, his dad. He just pulls out there and starts popping motherfuckers.
Yeah. So they
And-
take off They take off running,
Yeah.
and then while they're
Yeah.
running, of course, the dad is still popping zombies at the same time. They make it to this house,
Yeah.
and they go up to the chimney part
Oh,
and
no,
try
no.
to
Hold on.
sleep at night. What?
No, there was a bit. I think. Well, this part is kind of funny though. There was a bit to where they saw these deer running around and shit, and then they saw this one deer. Oh, we forgot to share. Oh yeah, we forgot to share.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll
Yeah,
get.
yeah. And then so there was this part to where the there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the dad and the kid. So they're on the force, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so the kid sees this freaking deer's head that's been torn off and it's like hung on a tree or some shit. And the dad knows. He's like, oh fuck, we gotta
Yeah.
go.
Then what they call those guys? We meet
Alphas.
the alphas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we got a picture of the alphas. I don't think we could find a picture of the alphas.
No, not yet. Cause it's still early. I mean, it's
Yeah.
what Thursday, so
Yeah,
this
this
doesn't
is
get released
yeah.
till a major release, I guess, till
Yeah, the
Friday and
pictures we're
Saturday.
using right now from IMDb.
Yeah.
And this is like, yeah, of course, before the movies.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so yeah, there's a picture of the boy and his dad in the forest in the mainland.
So they got, like you said. Oh, we get to that dude in a minute.
Okay.
So they go out and they end up having to hide from the alpha dude in the house. That's where you said that they end up getting attacked and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So yeah, and they get stuck up there, so they have to sleep it off. Then they wake up, and this when ain't that when
No, but there's a little part that there's. Oh no, we can get to that one next. So yeah.
they wake up to like the they had to get out because it was a bunch of animals was escaping from the zombies, and they kept that roof was about to collapse.
The deers that were running through and shit.
Yeah, the deer, because they were running away, of course, from the zombies.
Yeah.
So the roof started to collapse, so they had to get out of there.
Yeah.
Then they had to make their way back.
No, that's crazy though. I was wondering what had kept the zombies alive outside of like the dudes that was getting worms and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know they would eat the deer because it doesn't look like animals get infected by it. At least not the deer.
Right.
There's a shitload of deer everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's a whole bunch of them,
so
deer and rats.
So that does mean that animals don't get infected like that because originally it came from monkeys.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, the first one started from monkeys. I guess so. I mean,
yeah, that other part was kind of weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Okay, so they make it back, but they go back to the mainland. I mean, back to the island.
No, man, you skipping a good fucking chunk when they're running back.
Oh yes.
Oh, when they're running back.
I wasn't past it yet because we were running back.
Yeah, he's running back
because they made it to the
island. And shit.
they made it to the water part where it was starting to the tide was starting to get high, but it was just shallow enough for them to make it across there.
No, but
so then,
I don't know why the fuck they decided to take a break. You don't take a fucking break.
Yeah.
My ass would have been running like a motherfucker through that water until I made it
because they took tired.
I don't care. They took too many breaks. You know, a giant ass motherfucker is falling your ass.
Dude. And these alphas are nothing to play with.
No,
nothing to play with. They get bigger and bigger, and they're stronger. So they it's a definite evolution from the first movie and even the second movie.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference.
No.
So they make it.
because then this one's a doctor. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they go. That scene was epic as fuck though. So when they're running back, because and the island they got like a gate and shit, and then the people come up and they end up taking down the first alpha because
Mhm.
they killed them, right?
Yes.
They killed them
Yeah, they
motherfucker.
killed him because they
Yeah,
got back.
they shot him right through the chest with a big
Yes.
old
But
arrow
they
and
kept
shit.
shooting him because he got shot a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So there's multiple alphas at least to
and
mine.
apparently in the movie they have this thing they shoot always shoot for the heart and the chest and
Yeah.
the head. So and the little boy, I forgot to say this part. His ass was he started shooting. He hitting people in the legs and shit. They ain't do nothing. So I mean, but my thing, I'm gonna talk about this later because you see, right? We know, and that first time when the boy went over, he was too scared to do anything. He hit the deer. I mean, hit that big one time, and then all the other ones that he kept missing. When they start getting faster and chasing him, he kept missing them.
I mean, he has some skill, but he's not up there like his dad.
No, he's definitely not. So okay, when they make it back,
yeah, they make it back, and then they have a big celebration and shit.
yes, and
Right, they tell the kids like when you come back or if you make it back.
yeah, and his dad was just lying about him, to talking about how good he
No,
did.
but come on, man. Like I kind of understand what he was doing.
I
It's
get
kind of
that
both
part.
good and bad.
But even the boy himself was like, I ain't really
No,
do
he's
that.
lying.
Yeah, he's
all
lying. I
but
didn't hit that many. I ain't hit nobody. I kept missing.
he
That way
called him the giant killer.
yeah. I mean, he was trying to get him more confident.
Yeah,
That's what I get that part. Okay, so of course there's a part where in the movie where his dad cheated on his mom.
Oh yeah, he ate some hoe out, you know. Oh yeah, he ate that hoe out, and the kid was watching.
Anyway,
The kid saw his ass, and he ran to his mom. That was fucked up. No, but there's a point to it because
yes,
there's something that doesn't get explained, at least to the fucking kid.
yeah,
Which the kid sees this shit, he goes running to his mom, right? So his mom is sick.
yeah, very sick.
Yeah, we forgot to
She
mention that.
can't. She
sick.
can't. At first, I thought she was like
Had dementia.
or something like that because her memory was fading and she kept
Bringing up the same thing.
yes,
Like and memory loss and shit. So yeah, I thought.
But it
she
turns
had
out she
dementia.
doesn't have dementia. She
So it's her. So it's him and the dad taking care of her, right?
Mhm.
But so the kid ends up he ends up talking to, I guess, his grandfather or uncle or some shit like that also.
Mhm.
That guy tells him about what he saw outside. There was a fire and a smoke. And yeah, go back. So oh no, you're not sharing.
I'm not sure.
Oh okay, my bad. No, but yeah, so that dude tells him out there in the fire is a doctor.
Yes.
And the thing was, the kid wanted to save his mom. He was like, I thought there were no doctors. No, there are, but that dude is a crazy motherfucker. At least everybody thinks he's a crazy man. Right. So and then the kid got even more pissed off. He's like, no, my dad's been lying. But he just saw, like and then he went. I forgot. Maybe he went to his mom. No, he was still talking to the guy, right?
Yes.
And he told him why is he lying so much or some shit like that.
Yeah, he's saying he was just trying to protect you and all that stuff. And the kid was just got mad and he went up to his mom and hugged and slept with her for the night.
And then in the morning he actually called his dad out. He's like, are you gonna go and get with the new chick and shit? Oh man, his dad just fucking almost knocked his teeth the fuck out. Yeah, he just fucking backhanded his ass.
Then of course, like most of the parents do that to get, they're like, oh, they try to apologize, and the kid just runs upstairs. He gets mad. No, he actually got a knife, didn't he? He put a knife on him.
No, hold on. So the kid went up to his mom, and he's hugging his mom and shit. And then the dad came up, try to get her water or whatever, try to help her out. And the kid was like, "No, get the fuck out of here! Just leave, dad." Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, that's when the kid pulled the knife out on his dad.
That dude, his dad took that knife from him real quick.
He had patience though. He had a lot of restraint and fucking patience. Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that shit. Because the dad knows what's going on. He knows. Yeah. And they haven't told this little kid yet that the mom is gonna fucking die.
Yeah, she is dying.
Yeah.
And he kind of figured out in a way. he said, what, is she dying or you dying?
Yeah,
But he never really
yeah,
answered.
he never responded. But so the thing is, if they would have been straight up with his ass, he would have never left the fucking island again.
Yeah.
Cause that's why he ends up
Because the
leaving.
reason, because the boy ended up taking his mom the
Yeah,
next morning to go back to the island because
yeah,
he found out this doctor right here. I'm about to share it.
yeah. But this part to me was dumb as fuck. Cause your mom is sick, and you're about to go out there knowing that your mom is sick with zombies, and what
Yes,
you were saying, you could barely fucking shoot. You're gonna
exactly.
get your mom
The
killed.
fact that he went back out there like he just the best marksman ever, like he
Yeah,
like that what got me. I'm
yeah,
like this dude, this boy. I understand he want to save his mom's life,
yeah,
but
yeah.
at this
Right, right.
time, I don't see how you can save her life if you can barely shoot.
I'm
You're
not
scared,
like I'm not
basically.
saying he should have gave up. He should
No.
actually try something, right? But he's saying he wants his mom to live, but you're gonna take her out to a bunch of crazy zombies and shit so she can get
Hmm.
eaten and stuff.
Yeah.
So that part was this part was weird though.
So
Yeah.
this is like where he was taking his mom when they got there, and
No, there were several fucking close calls. This is even before they made it to the doctor. So he was about to get fucked. And so his mom and him took a break, and like I guess it was like a church and shit. And then
Mhm.
one of the fat zombies, cause his ass fell asleep. One of the fat zombies was about to rip his fucking
Yeah,
throat
because they
out.
was taking a break. They had to
Yeah,
sleep.
and his mom saved his ass. She's sick as fuck, but her instinct still kicked in to save his
Yes, and
ass.
she was strong.
She took that motherfucker's head and then
Yeah,
smashed
because she
the
had it like
shit
wrapped
out
up
of.
in the band,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
slamming
right.
against the
Just
wall.
smashed the
I'm
shit
like,
out of
damn,
him.
mom, you strong as hell.
No, that was impressive. I thought somebody had saved them.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they had tripped. I thought it was the dad.
Yeah, I
Uh,
thought the dad was gonna eventually end up
that
coming,
was kind
but
of fucked
he
up.
never did.
Yeah, he never did.
He
Damn.
said, yeah,
Uh,
I'm over here, I'm chilling.
damn, that was
But
kind of fucked. So I'll make me some more kids, I guess. I'm like, damn, all right.
but
Yeah.
nah, we just playing. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but yeah, he
So yeah, so he from there, some other shit happens, and okay, and they end up running away from uh from the zombie. During this whole time, the mom is like tripping out between having flashbacks, and she keeps calling him dad,
Mhm.
which is kind of is a point to it. She keeps calling him dad or like and shit.
Yeah, her memory is like just going.
Yeah,
It's like fading.
yeah, and
Yeah.
stuff. And then so they end up going to a gas station. Dude, I think yeah, they end up going. This scene was fucking awesome. So
Yes.
they getting chased by zombies and shit, and they get into this gas station,
Hmm.
and there's like this weird layer, it's like gas or
Yeah, you
some
can see
shit
like
build
this
up.
really
Yeah,
thick smoke,
yeah.
which I thought what it was like. I think in 28 weeks later,
Mhm.
they had this smoke that took out all the zombies. Like they like instantly like would
Oh yeah,
kill over.
yeah.
That's what I thought this was, but it
No,
wasn't.
it was just like built up gas and
Gas
shit.
fumes and shit.
And then so I did skip a bit, but hold up. So that's when they're running. They're fucked because they're trapped and they're also like getting gas poison or whatever the hell that's called.
Yeah, because they inhaling this shit.
Yeah. So and then they're cornered pretty much, and that's when a soldier dude comes and saves their ass. The
Yes.
soldier dude, do you get his name? Oh,
Yeah.
Eric. Eric.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eric.
Eric. Eric.
Eric. That's how he said. He said Eric.
Eric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something like that. I
Yeah.
got a picture of him. This
Yeah,
guy
that
right
guy.
here.
That was funny. That was some good scenes. So
Yeah, this dude is cool.
this he's NATO, but he's also part of the French forces. So the French forces is the one that are keeping. I'm guessing other forces too because it's NATO. They're keeping Britain in quarantine, and they were checking them out because there was that boat. He says that his boat got sank, and there was other soldiers, and that's when we also got to see the Alpha dude. Because remember, the Alpha dude, to they
Yes.
went into like some dam looking building, and then the Alpha dude grabbed one of the other soldiers' head and just fucking Mortal
Dude,
Kombat his
he
ass out.
hell for real. He did a
Yeah,
finish him.
yeah,
He did
yeah,
that
the fatality, bro.
fatality on that ass.
Fuck,
And you
man.
could pull his head out. You could see his spine was connected to it.
Oh yeah, the way that this was like the Last of Us shit. Have you seen it where the bloaters? The
Yes.
bloaters, they they grab you
big
from
ones,
the
right?
jaw. Yeah,
Yeah.
the big motherfuckers, they grab you from
So
the
he was
jaw,
it's
and
pretty
then they
much.
tear you. But they just tear you. The scene kind of cuts there. They don't show you the whole thing like this, because he fucking ripped his head off, and he just fucking yanks it out with the spine and shit. I'm like, damn, man, that's like this is going hard right
Easily,
here. Yeah,
easily did it.
yeah. So
But it was some funny scenes with this guy in it.
yeah, so he runs away and he goes save the kid, and then yeah, that's what you're talking about. The funny scenes. He's like, so he saves them, they get out and stuff, and then she's calling him dad, and he's all like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, she
Yeah,
calling her son dad because
yeah,
she's having one of those moments again.
yeah. He's all like, "What the fuck's
He
going
like,
on
what?
here?"
Why is she
Some
calling you dad?
incest shit,
Y'all have
like
incest thing going on
yeah,
over
some
there.
weird
So,
shit. Yeah, that was a lot of funny moments with this
yeah,
shit.
then she called this
Yeah.
dude. She said, "What did she say? Mom say to her?" She said she called him an
Oh
asshole.
no, I know a dick when I see
Yeah,
one.
dick.
Yeah, she called him a dick and shit.
Yeah,
No, it was funny. Like the scenes with him
yeah,
and this dude, everybody in the theater was laughing.
yeah. Next thing you know, he's carrying mom on his back. So they on to the next station.
Oh yeah,
The next time.
this is fucked up. He was carrying the whole time, thinking that she couldn't walk,
But
and then she like
yeah.
after they rested, her stands up and then goes walk.
He said, "Wait a minute, you can walk."
Yeah, yeah.
So that was funny, but
That,
everybody was laughing on that. I mean, that was the main
there was
comedic part on
this
this
dude. Yeah,
when
this
he was
dude.
in it. But other than that, after that, there
No,
wasn't
no,
no more funny parts.
no, but you needed a bit of this. You
Comic
needed
relief,
that
yeah.
comic break before we
Like,
got into the deep shit.
yeah,
Yeah, because from here it just goes fucking deep.
yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was good on that part.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that there'll be scenes of it on YouTube. Oh, hold on.
You
Okay,
know
go
that?
back, go back. I do want to talk about this. Okay, I don't know. So this dude in the pictures, there it is. This dude in the picture is a lot of people are speculating whether or not this is the dude from the first one, and it looks a lot like that motherfucker.
And his dude
The
from the
character,
first one name was
I don't remember
I
his
think
name.
it was Johnny. I think
John,
Johnny.
I don't
Actually, it
remember.
was Jimmy. His
Jimmy.
name was Jimmy.
His name was Jimmy.
Jimmy. Yes.
Really? Oh,
His
okay.
name was Jimmy. So
Alright.
Jimmy, yeah, Jimmy, the guy from the first movie
Yeah,
in the hospital, which he
yeah.
does have the hair like him, like how he had it like to the
They
side
made
with it
him
like
look
that.
so much like him, so I don't know if it's that dude.
I don't think it is, but
So
I just think
I
it
only
is.
bring this up because a lot of people talk about this. Is that the dude from the first one? I
Let me
don't
get this
know.
neck picture is a better
Yeah,
picture of him.
cause see, it kind
Front
of
part.
looks like him, but I don't know if that's just a little Easter egg that the directors added that shit, so people speculate on it.
Probably.
You
I
know,
think that just because they
cause that
couldn't,
dude would have been dead, right?
I would think so.
Cause he was what, maybe 30s in the first
Well,
one.
if he got turned, which is this dude's
Unless
turn,
yeah, he
so
got turned at some point, right?
yes,
But let's say he was 30, 20 years from that, he'd be no, but well yeah, so it'd be what 60s.
I can see this probably being him. If
So
he got
what
turned and
he
then
but
they survived something that long.
uh, so I don't
But
know. I just wonder on that shit. Like, is it? I guess at some point it probably will be talked about, but we won't know until the director actually talks
right.
about it and shit.
And the thing is, like I said, these zombies are more advanced
Yeah.
than the first one. Like these guys are, they're pregnant, getting their women pregnant on there.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah. So this is the train scene, right?
yes,
Yeah.
I
Go
don't think
ahead.
I have that. Yeah.
No, 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 no. Yeah, I don't. What is this one? No, no, we don't have scenes of
No.
the train. And this is all before they get
Yeah,
to the
because they don't
fucking
even have the
doctor.
pictures of it on it
Yeah, yeah,
yet.
yeah. But
So
so they end up going to the mom hears some screaming shit,
mhm.
and she goes to investigate in this train, and then she sees this pregnant zombie lady. And this bitch is, I don't understand her reaction. She's she I guess she sees a zombie in pain. She obviously is pregnant, right? This motherfucker holds her hands out.
Maybe she was able to calm her. And
No,
she
she
calmed
did.
it. She
It
calmed
calmed
it
her down.
down.
But so does that mean I guess they still have some human instinct in
I
them?
guess so, because I don't see
That
how.
was weird as fuck. Cause she like hold her hands out, And I'm like, this bitch is about to
They
get
have to
fucked.
have human instinct still because
Uh,
the dude, the baby daddy, came looking for.
so, well, that's another. I got a question now, but that. So yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying he came looking for him and he was pissed. Like it's like
Yeah, he
he had
picked her up.
emotion. So they can have emotions now, and they know what's going on. They get. I
Mhm.
mean, it's not like they're just rage filled with rage anymore.
Yeah,
To
because that's
me,
all it was, right? At the beginning,
yeah, it's
just
really it was
rage.
just all rage. The eyes were
Yeah.
red and
So,
all
so
rage.
have they evolved to their own species?
I think so. After these,
Uh,
after 28 years or whatever,
no,
I
no.
guess you could say.
Is it like that movie with Will Smith? I is Legend.
I'm Legend.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I
Remember
could see that.
the zombies had like
Yeah,
hooked
cause they
up. He had like
yes.
all kinds of zombie bitches on behind him. They raided Will Smith's house
I don't know about
because
all
he
that, but
wanted to get his hoe back
no,
because she had the butterfly.
no.
Yeah, this is all in I Am
That's what.
Legend.
Maybe okay.
This is
Maybe,
it.
maybe.
Yeah.
'Cause I know they was
Uh,
all down in the ground in I Am Legend. They created a whole society like they were
in the
underneath the ground
darkness.
in the
Yeah,
darkness. So this is kind of like that too.
yeah.
But they
That's what it
all
reminded me
have
of.
their own little area and they all kind of made it with each other, whatever. And they, of course, this one was pregnant,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
her mom and she ended up delivering the baby. I cannot watch
Oh,
nobody deliver babies, but I
oh
had to
boy.
turn my head on that part.
Really?
Yes, I didn't like.
Weak.
I can
Weak.
watch the gory stuff, but I don't like watching no woman having a baby.
Really?
No, I don't like
I
it.
was watching the
So
shit.
I
It's fucking gross, but I was watching the shit.
no, I don't
That
like
shit
it.
was crazy, man. But here, okay, so here's the thing: the soldier dude was still with them. He was just watching. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing? The fuck is going on?" She just delivered a zombie baby, and okay, so the zombie baby, she's like, "No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a zombie. It was immune. At
Yes,
least, at least
but the
as
baby came
far
out
as
just
we
a
know,
regular baby,
like a
just
normal
crying.
kid,
That's
yeah."
it.
And so the mom Isla, so her name is Isla, I think.
I
I
think so. Yes.
Isla.
Yeah, Isla. That's the name the boy put on the letter.
Yeah, 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 Isla. So her ass, she gets the baby and she cleans it up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The soldier dude is like, I'm about to murder you motherfuckers right here, right
Yeah,
now.
cause he had already killed the pregnant lady. Well, the lady after she gave
Oh yeah,
birth.
yeah, because she attacked him.
Yeah,
She attacked
she
her.
attacked him. She was about to kill him.
That was weird because she went into like giving birth mode and then she went back into zombie mode.
Yeah, that quick. And
Yeah,
then once
so
you to do that, then Eric
yeah,
shot her to death, and then he was gonna about to shoot the baby.
and
But
then
he told him to put the baby down. I'm about to do this. The boy, they were saying, no, the baby's not infected. No, then
his ass got fatality
yeah, because
already.
then the baby daddy shows up.
Yeah, the big old motherfucker. Okay, so
Now this dude was at least almost. Well, he wasn't. He was like 6'6" maybe.
he was a huge
Yeah, he
motherfucker, like
about six
seven.
six. I don't think he was 7 foot.
7 plus 12.
No, because he was standing next to the doctor, and the doctor is like at least at his
No, no,
shoulders.
man. 7 plus 12 on the bottom. Oh,
Anyway,
no, it's
anyway,
funny. It's funny because this whole time, okay, this whole time,
because the dude
the
was running around nude and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, his fucking dick's fucking running, right? I thought they were gonna try to pull it off where uh when they're running from that dude from the giant, the kid is shooting off arrows, and you
And
know how
please,
you
if
miss
y'all
it.
in here, please leave a like on the video.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can leave a like
And subscribe,
and subscribe to the
por favor, por favor. So
please, please,
so
and thank you.
I thought that I thought that they were gonna have a funny bit to where the kid shoots the giant in the dick. I don't know why. I was just like, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? It was
Yeah, it
funny.
was weird
Uh,
watch him running around swinging and crap. But
that was funny.
it was very weird.
Oh,
But
okay, all right. But back to it though. Okay, so I had a question on that shit. Is the alpha zombie following them? Because he keeps following. I know the dude said they stalk him, right? But
mhm.
is he following his ass because of the kid, the
I would
baby
think
girl?
so.
So does that mean he left the baby girl at the island? This is later down the road.
Yes.
Is that big alpha motherfucker? Because I don't think they killed him.
Yeah, because
Is
they
he gonna
dating
go
and all.
back and try to destroy
I can
the
see that.
island because he's trying to get his baby back?
But do he even know what the island is though? Because he
Well,
never
or no,
remember.
but he's like, let's say like I don't know, like dogs or whatever, they recognize her. kids from smells and shit.
Maybe he can. I don't
So I
know.
was wondering
I mean,
because
it's
they
a
have some
possibility.
animal instinct, right? Because it was weird how he picked up the pregnant chick, shaked her, and like saw that she was dead. He got even more pissed,
Yeah.
and that's when he started trying to kill the kids and
Yeah.
shit. Right. So I was wondering, like, was he gonna take the baby and try to raise it or some shit?
Maybe. I
Because
mean,
okay,
how
so
how
if a
do they
baby came out,
raise kids though? How do they?
right,
Yeah. What the? How,
he got a
I
whole
mean,
fucking
these zombies.
different art going on
Yeah,
over
they
here.
have a whole evolution of these monsters on here. Like we don't even know. Yeah, I don't know, but
Where you go, baby? But yeah, that part was that whole fucking zombie baby part was fucking weird. Cause okay, that made me bring up more questions. So is she like Ellie from the last one? So the is she
oh, the
is
baby.
yeah is the baby immune to the rage virus? So let's say the alpha dude doesn't go hunting for or doesn't go killing people on the island, and they find out that this little girl is immune to the rage virus later
Right.
on, right? Is it gonna be a plot for the next 5 films or some shit?
I can see that,
Yeah,
but I don't know about 5 films, but at least for the next
I
one
mean,
or two.
this one didn't fucking finish, so we
Yeah,
know
like
we're
at
getting
least
a
one
fourth one.
more. Oh, you
Yeah,
talking about all them again? But yeah, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll
okay.
get to them.
With that being said, okay, as far as that goes, then you got
What happened after that?
Mr. But the what's his name? Sprite or
Spike.
Spike?
Uh,
Spike is pissed still. I mean, he drops the baby off at the mainland. I mean, at the
oh no,
back on the
that's
island,
at the end though.
but it's not really too much.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
that you
Yeah,
want to talk about
the doctor,
the
man. He
doctor.
forgot about the
The
doctor.
doctor.
Yeah,
Of course, the doctor. He finds the doctor. It didn't really take him that long to find a doctor.
no,
The doctor ended up showing up.
yeah, he saved
He
his ass.
saved both. He saved
He
them.
saved their ass from the giant dude.
Yes.
Cause he shot her. Bring out the doctor, my bad. And then like, yeah, so the doctor ended up saving their asses from from the giant dude because he shot him with I guess morphine or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up shooting his ass with
And for a
morphine.
little bit, I actually thought he was gonna be able to save the mom. When I saw here, he had like medicine, like
Mhm.
morphine, being able to or knock out the giant. Like I was like, okay, maybe
Yeah,
he do
but
have some stuff going on, but
and then this is the first part of it. Why the fuck did they not kill the giant motherfucker right then and
yeah,
there?
they put him pretty much put him to sleep where they could have chopped his neck off. They could have
Yeah,
did something to him, but they just left him there standing there
yeah.
and sleep. I don't understand that.
Oh, and the other part is, I thought this dude was super huge, but then the doctor stands next to him.
Yeah,
He's not that bigger
he's
than
about
he's bigger than the doctor, but not that
he's
much.
bigger than the doctor. Doctor is the dude is probably 6'2", maybe 6'1", 6'2". So this giant had to be at least 6'5",
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
So, but I thought they made it seem like and he looked like he was taller. Even though 6'5" is pretty tall, but
yeah,
I was thinking more 7 foot the first time I saw him.
yeah. I
But
thought it
he's
was
not
some
that
huge
tall. He
motherfucker.
comes off as really tall.
You think that like well the way they made it look, you think it was like some David versus Goliath shit?
In a
The kid was
way,
David.
in a way,
I was wondering
I
about
can
that
see
shit.
that. But the kid didn't go up against the giant that much for it to be that. I don't think.
He did in the train.
Yeah,
He did in the train. Yeah,
yeah, it's true.
he
But
held
it
up
wasn't.
like the shot to the chest.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, he
that
did,
slowed
but
him down
it
pretty
didn't
good.
do anything. It slowed him down, but he kept going.
No, he
But
needs something more. He needs some grenades.
yeah,
Man,
they could have
I would
chopped
have
his.
picked up that rifle when he dropped that one going over and picked up that damn rifle.
Cause the gun. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the dude dropped the
Yeah,
rifle when he
Eric
got.
when he got killed, he dropped the rifle.
Yeah,
But okay, so they get the doctor. The doctor takes him back
yeah,
to where he stand.
yeah, and then that's where we finally get revealed what's the main poster image of all the skulls and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, this shit.
Yeah, we
So
get to see the meaning behind his
so
skulls.
it turns out this is this dude's art gallery. This is an art piece
Yes,
he's been working on for a
because
while.
also too,
It's
his
fucked up.
dad when we didn't put this part in when Sprite Spike
Spike, yeah.
Spike went to go talk to his dad, and his dad really did. He actually came he actually did tell him the story behind this doctor.
Yeah.
How when he was a kid, him and his friends saw the doctor. He had all those different bodies on there, dead bodies down
Lined
there.
up. Yeah.
Turns out that's what these
Yeah.
skulls are. All the many dead bodies he had down there. He pretty much just made a skull, a human museum.
Yeah. He was just working on
So
his
yeah, all the
collection.
skulls, and then he made a whole like some
He
he
said
called pillars of bones and shit.
he says memento mori. What the
Yeah.
hell was it? Remember death or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
remember death.
Uh,
So I mean, so we got an explanation of that.
yeah, he's like, yeah, this is my good old art piece, and then he shows them. He shows how he like melts people and cleans up the skull and shit.
Yes.
And then this is where we get like it was sad, but it wasn't like that sad. I don't know, it's kind of weird
Yes.
because where the the doctor like he checks her out and he's like, no, you got cancer,
Yes.
so yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah. He pretty much told her she is dying, which we
I
kind of
mean,
knew.
we
We
knew.
already knew that she was dying. We just didn't know what she was dying of.
Yeah,
That was the thing.
she said I had. She even said it herself. I had some idea of that
Yes.
it might have been that.
Yeah.
So why the fuck did y'all not tell your kid?
I understand why they didn't tell him, because they didn't want him to be outside. And you saw how he was when he finally did find out.
They did have to. The doctor had to trank his ass, but
Yeah, because he had to calm him down like
yeah,
one of those
uh,
them
the darts,
yeah,
with morphine
yeah,
on it, and yeah, they calmed them down and shit.
yeah.
And
But
and then that's when the mom accepted it. She's like, oh, they made this whole thing. She's like, well, you're lucky to get to choose to die or some shit like that. There's a lot of ways to die. Yeah, I guess I kind of get the point of that shit. They're like, yeah, you get to choose to go out. You
yes,
don't get eaten alive or eaten out and all that shit. So she made her choice, and then he burns her.
yeah.
Uh,
So she pretty much says goodbye to her son. Says she
yeah,
love him, and that was the end of that.
and then yeah. Oh, and then the alpha comes back.
Alpha Man comes
Yeah,
back.
so they go hide in the hole, and then him, the baby, and the doctor. Then this hole, and the fucking giant man comes in there and like fucking is about to rip the doctor out of the hole
Mm-hmm.
and shit. And then the kid saves the doctor's life. But then that's kind of where it ends. The alpha dude is just
Yeah,
sleep there,
yeah. He
and he's like,
slept. He just stayed asleep right there. And he's
and like
they didn't do they didn't do anything to him
I'm
again.
going back. The kid says I'm going back, and then I don't know what the fuck the doctor did.
So I'm thinking the doctor just went back to where he was.
Yeah, because he said I usually leave him alone.
Yeah.
I would have
Why
chopped this
though?
motherfucker up. I'm like, you have so many chances to get rid of this giant alpha
Yeah.
zombie. I'm like, why? Why haven't? Maybe they're saving it so when he starts flying or some shit. I
No.
don't fucking know. He's gonna grow wings in the next one. Fucking know. Yeah.
I don't know how more evolutionary can they get with these zombies. I mean,
I'm telling you, man, they're gonna get
they're gonna
rid.
have flash speed and
Hell yeah,
everything.
man.
But
Oh, they can run.
they can already run fast. Because that dude was chopping at the beginning of the movie.
Dude,
Yeah.
the first dude.
But
Yeah.
okay.
So the kid ends up taking the baby back to the island, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm giving her Isla, the mom's name, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And he explains to them in the letter that yeah, she's immune, or she's not infected, but she was born from a zombie.
Yeah.
And shit. And then the dad tries to go run out, but it's too late. He's already gone.
Yeah.
And then this fucking kid decides to go on the journey by himself in the fucking forest.
Just, I mean, he got big kahunas now.
Yeah.
He done
He's a big shot.
Yeah, he done
He's-
killed a
he's
few
a big
zombies
man.
now. So now
He's a big man. Yeah.
now he's the man now. So he said,
Yeah.
I'm going on my own adventure. I'm leaving. I'm just gonna go over. I'll come back when I want to, basically. So they show him he's about to, this is pretty much the end.
He's making some sushi.
He got some little fish, got it cooking.
He's like, well, he had it cooking.
Had it cooking.
Then they stole his fucking
Then
lunch.
some zombies come.
Yeah, fucking zombies got lunch.
Give me this damn fish. But so they took his fish and started chasing his ass, and then he was killing a couple of them, but because there was too many of them. Then out of nowhere, I have a
No,
picture of it?
I don't think we
I
got
don't. No, there's
pictures.
no pictures of what that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's no pictures of that.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, out of nowhere.
Okay. So yeah, so all the zombies are attacking. They're about to murder his ass. He's taking them out one by one. Then that's when we get this dude all blinked down and shit.
Yeah, and his crew.
Yeah. And who's this dude?
So remember, well, we talked about the kid from the beginning
Yeah,
of the movie
yeah,
that survived all those for 28 years.
yeah,
So his kid was growing up, but I'm guessing back then he was probably like 10 or
yeah,
10 to 12 years old then. So he survived 28 years, and of course you can tell now he's grown up now. And for some reason he got a whole
He got a whole
he's blinged out over there.
He's been collecting gold and shit.
He got that gold chain his dad gave him, plus a whole other stuff,
And,
a whole bunch of
rings
and stuff. Like,
shit.
and he got his whole crew, everybody.
No, but hold up though. His whole crew, they don't just kill. They kill with style.
Yeah, they do.
They kill fucking parkour and doing all kinds of stupid shit. Okay, all right. So we did skip a big old chunk of it. Not a big chunk, but a part of it to where in the beginning. I'll jump back to the beginning real quick. His dad and his kid when they first went out, they see this zombie dude hanged up that had the initials.
Yes.
IMY or some shit like that. And so it turns out we find out who are the people that are hanging the zombies down like that.
IMY.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I know what that means now.
What is it?
No. IMY.
Something like that.
Was it IMY or did that?
MY. Something MY.
If it's IMY, I'm maybe with Jimmy because the boy's name is.
No, it'd be IMJ.
Wasn't it J?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
He had some,
I think I thought
he had some letters
J on there.
Maybe he did. IMJ, maybe.
Yeah, because it was upside down too. Yeah. So, but yeah, how they had him strung up like the zombie had a bag tied to his head so he can be ripping his own, breathing in his own blood and stuff.
Yeah, the kid asked the dad who would do that. The dad didn't say nothing.
He pretty much just saying bad people or something like that. He said.
Other than that, maybe he knew. Maybe he knew the crew because he even said we avoid the villages and the towns or where the main shit. But yeah, so Jimmy and his parkour crew will show up to save the fucking day, right?
Yeah, at the
end. And then that's where it fucking ends. He's like, "My name is Jimmy," and then he shakes the kid's hand, and then
he said, "You want to join me?" Pretty much. The kid said, "Okay, I'll go with you."
But
so that's
that's where it fucking ends. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was just getting started with the fucking movie.
So they left him on the
how you gonna
on the edge of his seat.
Yeah, how you gonna fucking do that shit?
Of course, they set it up for the next one.
That was some bullshit. That pissed me fuck all I know. Fuck. I really hate that shit. That's too much.
I think it is what it is, man. I mean, they did. I see why they did it, but it was still lame at the same time.
No, that's why I gave it a 3 out of.
Yeah, whatever. And I gave it a 4. The only reason I gave my 4 is because the kid himself, he's a good actor, but I just don't like how they made it him so fast.
How you gonna finish off a movie like that, man? What the
how they have the kid at one point he can't hit nothing that's running fast at him, and all of a sudden now he's a pro.
He grew balls, man. He stood up to his dad.
Is that what made him grow balls? now his confidence out, and then he stood up to his dad because he's about to try to kill his dad.
No. The other part was maybe. I know it's unrealistic, but maybe he had more courage because he was saving his mom.
I mean, that's what I think more likely is the thing, that he was brave enough to take his mom with her, so it showed that he had to be ready.
Even then, he still needed help.
And there, he still had his dad like kind of backing up for him, because when the first time he went over, his dad was taking up for him when he got scared. Here, he had to have his shit together. He had to be confident. He had to be brave for his mom. So that's the only thing I can think. What now? All of a sudden, now he can hit everything, almost everything. No, because he didn't miss it all really. But he just only thing he wasn't able to hit as much because he kept running. But
I don't know.
He was every time he aimed at him, he hit him.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I didn't pay enough attention to that part.
I did. I paid attention to all of that stuff. I'm looking like, okay. I mean, like I said, this boy, he's a good actor.
He did good.
Yeah.
Fuck,
So
man, this is gonna end it. So there will be another
yeah,
20. What the fuck are they gonna call
yeah,
it?
it's gonna be 28,
Centuries? What?
28 centuries.
No, no,
We're
that's
gonna go
my
28
question.
centuries later. But
Because it's part one. So what's the next one gonna be
hell, I
called?
don't know. You can't look.
28,
They
28 Jimmys later?
28 minutes later, something like that.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. It's
28. I think that's the only left in the monetary the minute.
time sequence. Yeah,
Yeah,
where do you
time we
go?
got. Yeah,
You got years. So where do you go from years?
28. We didn't do 28 hours, right?
Seasons?
Did we do 28 hours later?
No, not yet.
I think 28 hours later, maybe.
That's too short.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
that's
can
too
in the
short.
time span of that movie, they can make it 28 hours later. The next day, what happened to the boy
Yeah,
the
no,
next day when he
so,
went off with Jimmy now? But I mean, it was weird though.
uh,
But I mean, this movie was good. Overall, it's good.
yeah. So we just spoiled the shit out the
We
fucking
did, but
movie.
I'm gonna break this up. I'm gonna have, of course, the real review. Then I'm gonna try to chop up the spoiler. I mean,
Okay.
and the non-spoiler, and make that two different videos.
We
That
can do that
way,
on here.
right here. But I can do it after the fact.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can put the whole thing up, then I can chop it
Oh,
into.
okay. I just say leave the whole live open
No,
then.
I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna.
Oh, and then
I can.
download it, right? Okay,
Yeah,
well
yeah,
we
yeah.
talk
That
about
way,
that shit.
I've done that before.
Oh, okay, all right. But
Um,
yeah, I mean,
but yeah, go check this movie out.
it was good shit. Yeah,
It was really good.
so I'm ragging on it, but it was very good.
Yeah,
I
we
like.
nitpicks and stuff on her, but
Uh,
overall, this movie is really good. It's good. It's a good watch for real, and it have a lot of action in it. Lots of action. So I think
no,
I think
yeah.
I think we're pretty much good. With, thank y'all for tuning in with us.
Yeah. So check out the next stuff that we're gonna be reviewing. I know we're doing Jurassic Park, and then we're gonna be doing other stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
we got Superman coming up next month.
So July is gonna be busy.
Yeah, it's a lot of, you got Jurassic Park,
Uh,
Fantastic Four, and Superman.
yeah.
Those are three big ones that we're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
So
So stay tuned for those. And then yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
peace out.